where what we do is face the public. That means that our circulation, our movement, what we do at work is likely to expose us to the virus. Then we tend to live in segregated communities where there's a substantial amount of overcrowding. We got folks living on top of each other. And if one of the ways to keep yourself safe is to practice social distancing, well, in a lot of our households, that's really not possible. And maybe the biggest thing of all is that COVID-19 really plays havoc for those who are struggling with a lot of health conditions that are very present in our community. Obesity, hypertension, diabetes, all of these things combined with an infection with this virus will produce not only a great likelihood that somebody will be hospitalized, but also increases the likelihood that if they are sick and in the hospital, they'll die. So there are factors that are unique to our presence in the United States. The fact that we are the victims of kind of structural racism that keeps us exposed to situations that are risky and that threaten our health. This is one of the major reasons why we're suffering from this virus than just about every other ethnic group, with the possible exception of American Indians.
Dr. Solon, can you explain what all goes into developing a vaccine?
Well, there are three stages to the development of a vaccine. First of all, you have to have some molecule, some essence that will be effective against the infectious agent, the pathogen, the bug that we're trying to deal with. You got to make sure that it works. Typically, we do this by testing them with mice or with computer models. The second thing you have to do is make sure that it's safe for human beings. So in the second phase of vaccine trials, part of what we do is take a small group of folks, we give them the vaccine, and we just look to see whether or not they're going to get sick, whether or not they're going to be side effects. When we're clear that the vaccine has the potential to work, and when it's clear that it's likely to be safe, we then administer it in phase 3 trials to a very large sample of individuals, typically 30 to 40,000. That's where we are today. We're at that phase where we have a number of vaccine candidates. It looks as if they work, and the Pfizer candidate appears to be not only working, it appears to be extremely effective in preventing infection from this virus. 90% is what I've seen quoted as its effectiveness. That means that you have a 9 in 10 chance if you're exposed to the virus to not get it. A lot of work needs to be done to make sure that these early effects and these early results are really for real. But if they are, then you can expect to see a vaccine being distributed to healthcare workers and other people who are in situations where they're exposed to the virus all the time. You can expect to see them getting the vaccine maybe as early as the spring.
Dr. Fully, can you explain the difference between the antibodies and the T cells?
Well, antibodies are basically the body's way of fighting an invasion from a pathogen, from a bug, from a germ. So the body's immune system has a number of different elements to it, a number of components. One is the T cells, the T helper cells. Those are the ones that get mounted in the midst of an immune response to an invading pathogen. And those are the ones that sort of lead the body in its efforts to clear whatever bug is making us ill. So they are an essential part of the immune reaction. That's what we look to see, whether or not we've got good responses when an invading organism is present in your body.
Now, Dr. Fullylove, you know, in the black community, we got some trust issues when it comes to vaccines. So can you tell the audience why we should trust this?
Well, part of the reason we should trust this is that if we're the ones who are taking on the biggest burden of disease, it's in our best interest to keep ourselves safe by using as many different tools as we can to assure that our families and that we ourselves are going to be okay. It's very clear that part of what we have to do is more than just wear masks and more than just try to practice social distancing. If we've got an effective vaccine, it will reduce the likelihood that any of us or members of our family will be ill. There are a lot of trust issues because throughout the history of black people in the United States, literally beginning with our experience with the rather tragic institution of slavery beginning in the 1600s, we have been the subjects of all kinds of medical experiments. We have been the victims of all sorts of malpractice. There are many studies that have demonstrated a kind of a callous disregard for life in our community. And we know about these things. They're part of what might be described as our racial memory. So whenever anybody from government tells us that they've got something that's good for us, we're reminded of slavery days. There's a man going around taking names, and we are naturally suspicious, as we have every right to be, because we have not always been treated in a fair manner by the medical or public health institutions of the United States.
Right.
Figuring out how to overcome that is our challenge.
All right, real quick, we got to run. Now, if our listeners have any questions and want more information, where should they go?
Well, there should be some information that's provided by the Fred Hutchinson Center, which is coordinating all of the efforts to make sure that when people have questions about these vaccines, they can be answered. There are a number of call centers that they can dial. I don't have them right in front of me, but I think you will.
We'll post it. No, we will definitely post it. I am so excited, and thank you so much for coming on with us this morning, giving us all of that information. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking with expert advisor for the COVID-19 Prevention Network. Please help me thank Dr. Robert Fully Love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, God bless you.
If you're in debt to the IRS, there's good news. Optima Tax Relief can help you resolve your tax debt right from the safety of your own home. Optima's award-winning team works with you online and over the phone, so you don't have to leave the comfort of your home to put your tax problems to rest. Optima's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and standing by, ready to help you today. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-829-3181. 800-829-3181. Optima Tax Relief. For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The holidays might look a little different this year. That's why the Home Depot wants to help you celebrate the best way you can by improving Black Friday with prices that start right now and last through December. Save across the store on everything you need to keep your holidays happy, from appliances and power tools to decor that adds seasonal style to your home. Buy it all online or on the Home Depot app, then come pick it up in store. That's Black Friday improved. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only, valid through December 2nd.
Hey, what up, this is Ricky Smiley. You want more of this hilarity? Make sure you go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com.
Good morning, I'm Davita on 93.1 WZAK. It's 39 degrees right now. This traffic update is sponsored by Fresh Time Market. We are waking up to a couple of road closures. Taking a look at Cleveland Massillon Road, both northbound and southbound between Rosemont Boulevard and Bywood Avenue. It is closed due to a gas leak, and that's until further notice at this time. And then I-271 Express Lanes, northbound and southbound between Wilson Mills Road and I-90. Another road closure, this time due to construction. Stop by Fresh Time Market for boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.49 a pound, now through November 17th. You can trust Fresh Time to bring you real food at real affordable prices all season long. Now here's your news from News1.com, sponsored by Circle K. The Ohio Department of Health is reporting yet another new record. The update showed 7,101 new cases of coronavirus. Governor DeWine says 68 of Ohio's 88 counties are now under red level 3 emergency coronavirus status. The state's COVID-19 alert system was updated on Thursday, with Franklin and Tuscarawas counties added to the watch list for moving to purple level 4.
Coca-Cola presents Circle K Pays Your Bills Sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win $25,000 only at Circle K. No purchase necessary. See store for details.
I'm Davita on 93.1 WZAK, Cleveland's best mix of R&B and the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, good morning, Cleveland. It's your boy, Ricky Smiley, and thank y'all for waking up with the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. The whole gang is here. Eva, the Brat, Special K, Rock T, Gary with the T, and yes, even Black, Tony, and Pastor Fred. Make sure you stick around for the all-new Sam Silk Show with Bijou Star at 10. Then at 3, the ride home with Dion Hughley, and get that nightcap at 7 with some love and R&B with Al B. Sure. We are Cleveland's best mix of R&B and the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, 93.1 WCAK.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Elk and Elk's attorneys, doctors, and nurses can help you find the truth behind a medical mistake. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Elk and Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries.
Bank of America understands the importance of supporting the health of those most at risk. That's why we're partnering with local organizations to distribute millions of masks to help slow the spread of the coronavirus.
I'm Janine Marziani, Ohio State President for Bank of America. We're working with the
on her network to give our neighbors access to masks they need. And so far, we've donated 96,000 masks to help Ohio recover. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
The end of the model year is the best time to buy a new Kia, and it doesn't get any better than this. Hey, it's Mackenzie here for Ken Ganley Kia, where our prices have never been lower and our trade-in allowances have never been bigger. Trade in your old car today, and we'll give you up to $9,000 off select new Kias. You heard right, $9,000 off MSRP when you trade in any car or truck. At Ken Ganley Kia, we don't care about the condition of your trade or how many miles it has on it. Just drive it in and get a $9,000 discount. Need credit? At Ken Ganley Kia, our goal is 100% approval. So bring in your trade, any trade, and get a discount up to $9,000 off. We've got over 600 new Kia models in stock and on sale at Ken Ganley Kia in Medina, because I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
Example new 2020 Sorento SX MSRP 43,650 plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee on approved credit. Dealer retains all factory rebates. 5,500 Kia customer cash plus 3,500 dealer discount equals 9,000 off MSRP. Must finance through KMF. See dealer for details. Ends 11/30/20.
Hey, small business owners, I'm going to let you in on a secret. If you're getting internet from the phone company, you're overpaying. It's all those added taxes and hidden fees. The good news is Spectrum Business doesn't have any of that nonsense. No added phone taxes, no hidden fees, no contracts. So what you see is what you pay. You get the fastest internet for the price. 200 megabits per second and business phone for only $69.98 a month. Call 855-230-7770. Switch to Spectrum Business today and get 1 month of internet, phone, and TV for free. And Spectrum Business has over 99.9% network reliability, so your services will work just as hard as you do. Call 855-230-7770 to get internet speeds starting at 200 megabits per second and business phone for $69.98 a month, plus 1 month free. Spectrum Business. No nonsense, just business.
Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Ohio is full of all kinds of people. Some are early birds and some are night owls. Some work on a job site while others go to class. And some work out at night while others burn the midnight oil. Though no matter who you are or what you do, we can all be at risk of developing an addiction to drugs or alcohol. If you know someone struggling with addiction, there is hope. Visit takechargeohio.org/gethelp. Together we can take charge of our future. Brought to you by the state of Ohio.
The sale you've been waiting for is finally here. Schwartz Furs Black Friday sale is going on right now at 4126 Mayfield Road in South Euclid. That's right, Schwartz Furs is offering Black Friday sale prices right now. You'll save up to 40% off, plus an additional 25% off during this sale only. Mink, Fox, Shared Beaver, and more. Plus, great holiday gifts for as little as $99 while they last. It's time to feel great again. So go shopping for some amazing Black Friday deals right now. You might be spending a lot more time with your friends outside this holiday season. And with a new gorgeous fur from Schwartz Furs, you'll look great and you'll feel great. And remember, Schwartz Furs can also custom design a fabulous fur just for you. Schwartz Furs. Visit them at 4126 Mayfield Road in South Euclid, or call them to set up a private appointment at 216-691-9090. Schwartz Furs, Cleveland's #1 fur and luxury outerwear store.
2020 was different, to say the least. We had virtual dance parties and ordered takeout feasts. But before we give 2020 last looks, hold on to those memories with photo books. Find the good and let it fly at shutterfly.com.
It's the all-new Rick Smile in the Morning Show, weekdays from 6 to 10 on 93.1 WZAK. My name is Johnny, last name Wilson.
Hey, what's up? This is Brandy.
Waking up with my main man.
You're checking out the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, this year we could all use some good news. That's right. That's why Walmart is bringing you Black Friday deals for days. It's more days and easier ways to save on awesome gifts for everyone. Starting Wednesday, November the 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Score great deals online like the TCL 55-inch Roku TV and get them at Walmart's Deal Pickup. Then Saturday, November the 14th at midnight Eastern, find more deals online in 5 a.m. local time store like the Shark IQ robot vacuum. Let's end the year saving bigger. Walmart while supplies last. All right. Hey, here we go. Time for the wake-up calls. Oh.
was